in the image below, if AE is equal to root 17, BE is root 5 and CE is root 13, then what is the area of a square ABCD? To find the area of a square, we need to know some dimension here. That means either the side or the diagonal or some information. So we have to start using these information to find out the side of this square. In order to do that, once again we have to make several constructions in which the side of the square has some role to play. So what we did was that we can see this root 13 and root 5 are at some inclination from point E. So if we just drop the perpendicular from BC and drew a line parallel to this base, parallel to AC, AD or BC, then we can see that we will have a few right triangles in which root 5 and root 13 will serve the purpose of hypotenuse of those triangles. So let's make a few constructions like this here. Right? Let's say that this is point P, this is point Q, and now let's start looking at it. Now we understand that let's assume that this side is X, right? And what we need to find is this side A, because if we have A, then the area of the square will be A square. So we understand, because we have dropped the perpendicular from B and C, so PQ will also have the length equal to A. Alright, and root 17 will also play some part here. Let's call this Y. So now we can make a few equations here. For example, one equation that we can make is, and yes, one more thing, we also need to understand that this BP will also have length X because it is becoming a rectangle. So the equations that we can make here, first of all, keep looking at root 17, because we know that the side of the square are equal, so this dimension will be A. That means we can say that root 17 square will be equal to A plus X whole square plus Y square. A plus X is this perpendicular plus Y square. Similarly, we can say that root 5 square will be equal to X square plus Y square. And we can also say that root 13 square will be equal to X square plus A plus Y whole square. Now that we have taken these three equations, the simplest way to answer these questions will be just think of some smart number, because GMAT usually gives you the values which are very comfortable for the calculations. Now there are two methods that we can use here. One is that we can just simply solve these three equations simultaneously, or what we can do is we can just think, are there any two numbers whose squares add up to 17? Then you can just simply write down a few perfect squares, the perfect squares that we have, because A plus X square plus Y square, so we need to look at perfect squares. The perfect squares that we generally have are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, etc. So do we get the sum of two perfect squares equal to 17? The answer is yes, that's possible if we have 1 square plus 4 square, because 1 plus 16 becomes 17. Similarly, if you look at the second equation, do the two perfect squares add up to 5? The answer is yes, because 1 square plus 2 square gives us a 5. Now we can look at the third thing. Do the sum of the two perfect squares become 13? The answer is yes. 2 square plus 3 square, that means 9 plus 4 becomes 13. Now if you look at these three equations, you know what you can infer? You can quickly infer that, see, here the common thing is X square and common thing is 2 square. That means X square equal to 2 square, so X is equal to 2. Similarly, you can see that the common thing between this equation and this equation is Y square, and Y square is 1 here, so Y square should be 1 here as well. Y square is 1 square, so Y is equal to 1. Now we are left with the last few things. If Y square is 1, then A plus X square has to be equal to 4 square. Now we can quickly conclude here that A plus X whole square is equal to 4 square. That means A plus X is equal to 4, but we know that X is 2, so A plus 2 is equal to 2, so we have A equal to 2. The good thing is now we have all the three values A, X, Y, but the area of this square, that means ABCD, is equal to A square, which is equal to 2 square, that is equal to 4. So the simplest way to answer this question was to look at the smart numbers. Otherwise you'll have to expand these three equations by using the property of A plus B whole square, and then eliminate the variables to find the value of A square. but this is the shortest, and that's what GMAT expects. So learn to follow this technique. That means learn to find some smart numbers. Thank you so much.